Hey everybody, Bart here. Just wanted to make a quick video because I got some new equipment, and I also wanted to review the exercises that I'll be doing with this equipment now that I have a little bit more weight to work with. I have a little bit less that I can do, but I just want to re-emphasize all the different proper techniques that go into these exercises. So I got myself a 50-pound kettlebell, which I'm really excited about it. Some of the exercises that I'll be able to do would be squats, deadlifts, maybe a high pull, but it's probably not a good idea for me to be doing bicep curls or halos. I might not do single arm swing, but I might do double arm swing because it's twice as heavy as the weight that I've been working with, and I don't want to work myself too hard too quick. And so I also got an 8-pound medicine ball. This one has sand in it, so it's not perfectly solid. Moves around, it's easy to grip. Now this is a good piece of equipment because I could do plyometric exercises, but I also could do movement patterns such as low to high, side to side, high to low. Working those different exercises. I can also do seated core work. It's a very affordable piece of equipment. I think that some equipment stores are going to start opening back up some different online merchandise that you can finally acquire. It's been out for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. I got this luckily from somebody that I know. Feel very blessed to have a network. So let's review the deadlift. So I can have my feet narrow or my toes are parallel, and I have my knees over my ankles. I can have my feet wide in a sumo stance, so a sumo DL. The knees are still over the ankles. I have the same hinge pattern at the hips. I'm just having a different base. When I have my feet closer together, I'm going to be working more of the hamstrings, lower back, core, traps, chest. And so if I'm working in a sumo stance, I'm going to start to get a little bit of glutes involved. I'm going to have a little bit more quads, definitely a little bit more calves, and I'll probably see a little bit more of the lower back. So I'm going to work with these two different exercises, probably 2 different days. So one day I'll probably focus on a narrow stance, and then the next day I might do a wide stance. I might space apart these exercises every 3 to 4 days. During the quarantine, I've spent more time out getting cardiovascular activity, but I've also been doing various HIIT workouts with the equipment that I do have. Now that I have some heavier equipment, I can really focus back on getting to some workouts that I'm more familiar with that we've been teaching in class. All right, so for that wide stance, see how my hips hinge? I still have a nice flat back. When I have my feet close together, nice flat back, hips hinge, the knees unlock. I weight my heels, so I'm putting all the weight back in my heels, shrugging at the top. When I'm in that wide stance, it's a little bit more work to keep the weight in your heels, but you're doing your best. Squeezing the glutes as you pull through at the top. Now, when I'm doing that, I'm trying to draw my shoulders back so I have a big broad chest. I'm also not looking straight down. I'm looking slightly forward. So I'm extending my spine without craning and creating this huge crease back here. We don't want that. Nice neutral neck doesn't require you to look at the ground. All right. Now with the squats, I prefer to start with the wide squats. I can hold it up, but it's not that much fun right now. I want to work my way into it. So with the wide squat, narrow squat's not going to work as well because I'm going to be crowded. So I have a slightly wider squat, and my toes have a slight outward angle here. So I call it flare in the toes. So I'm not perfectly parallel. I have a slight flare. There's probably about 18 inches between my feet. As I squat down, I drop my hips back. My knees stay over my toes, and unlike the deadlift, I have an upright chest because my hips are dropping, they're not moving back horizontally, they're coming down. My back's nice and flat. And I move with the hips. So my chest up, just like in the deadlift, except now the angle of my hips is changing. I have big chest, still using back muscles, still using our traps, our core. We're getting more quad involvement now. So now we're doing more top of the thigh. So I'm getting back down there, I'm firing up my glutes. Now my quads are ready. I pull up using the glutes, shrug at the top, squeeze the glutes at the top of the motion. Now those are gonna be the most appropriate exercises with my 50-pound kettlebell. If you wanna work into something fun like this, if you have fun pieces of equipment, I know we've had to improvise. This is probably 30 to 35 pounds. And I can do single arm deadlifts. I can do single arm squats. It's a little bit harder with the squat. You have to get real wide. But that's just a fun way for you to just jump up in the weights that you're using, because you might be tired of 5s if all you have are 5s. I've had a 25 for more than a month. I was ready for a new heavier weight. And so I'm really excited to use it. I'm gonna start with just those first few exercises. I might want to maybe do some farmer's carry or some shoulder shrugs, maybe even some single arm deadlifts. But I'm gonna take it slow, acclimate to this new weight. So look for the next video. I'll be working with that small medicine ball. All right, have a great day.